This is your daily briefing. You're most welcome to it. Pedro Porro went from here we go to where'd she go while we slept, but appears to all be wrapped up safely now. No wonder there was some hesitancy on behalf of Sporting. I have to say, it's a loan deal with just an initial €5 million up front. Spurs have an obligation to buy. Total fee would be $42.5 million. And there's a climb down on Marcus Edwards' commission of any future sale for that boy from 50% to 15%. So it'll be worth in sterling about £39.5 million. And I'll just say at this point, people mumbling about the way Sporting behaved and blah, blah. You're under no obligation to sell, and if the buyer, the onus of responsibility is always upon them. If they really want it, if they really want to take it home, if they want to buy it now price, they've got to pay the buy it now price. ENIC loyalist Alistair Gold reveals that there is still jam tomorrow on the Tottenham Hotspur menu. Spurs want to sign 2 centre-backs in the summer, one on the left and one on the right stroke centre, and while they will keep an eye out for any late opportunities to push one more of those moves forward, that is deemed more unlikely than likely at this point. Thanks for that, mate. Djed Spence turned down an opportunity to go to Atletico Madrid on loan. Doherty accepted it, and Spence has gone to Rennes, presumably to slate Spurs with Joe Rodon late of this parish. So let's just pause the tape and have a look at all these loan deals, shall we? Tanguy Ndombele paid $63 million. Giovanni Lo Celso, $22 million. Sergio Reguilon, another $22 million. Harry Winks, difficult to judge, but still with us. Brian Gill, $28 million. Matt Doherty, $20 million. Joe Rodon, $10 million. The figures I've just quoted you for these players, these are the gross figures. So if they achieved all of their add-ons, all of their extras and stuff that was put into their contracts, then that's what the final bill would have been. But much like with Eric Lamela, very few of these players are ever going to come close to that. But it still isn't good. I estimate, and this is back of a cigarette packet maths, Spurs have probably wiped off somewhere in the region of about 100 million. But that doesn't include wages that we spent on them while they weren't performing for us, wages that we spent subsidising them since they've left us, and any other associated costs. If I was giving this window a mark out of 10, it would probably be a big fat 3. Levy sold Kyle Walker many years ago now for $50 million, and he spent at least twice that trying to resolve the situation. And one has to factor in the collateral damage as well here. How many managers have come and gone since Walker was sold? Well, what we do know is the compensation for them was in the region of about another 100 million. My beef with Tottenham is always about the money, because money is the lifeblood of any football club, and don't let anybody else tell you anything different. Transfers is what it's all about. Yet, still Spurs are, I would say, with fans that are immensely concerned about not only sustainability, but about the morality of money, where the money comes from. Upon which note, may I introduce you to Deloitte's numbers for the highest revenue-generating clubs in world football. World football, not Europe, not Britain, world football. Spurs are 9th. And what's handy here is that the teams in 8th, 9th and 10th are all immediate rivals. Take a look at this. You don't have to be paying all that much attention to Arsenal and Chelsea to realise that they are spending far more freely than we have ever done. The takeaway from this snapshot of the Deloitte analytics are that Spurs' growth is stronger. We're doing 10% more business than either Arsenal or Chelsea. Tottenham's commercial deals and matchday revenues outstrip both Arsenal and Chelsea. We're 90 million ahead of the Gunners and 40 million behind the Blues. Yet the reticence to spend wisely at Tottenham has left coach after coach in the lurch. And Levy doesn't know any better, as the list of players that have been hidden on loan clearly demonstrates. And for those of you watching in black and white, just have a look at that list again. We've got players here who would be classed as mature players who came to Tottenham and just simply didn't work. And we've got youth players that were brought in and nobody wanted them. So there's something really strange going on, something bad going on within the confines of dysfunctional FC. The only clear solution is a change of ownership, because that's clearly where all the issues stem from. We need somebody who isn't afraid to spend wisely. We need somebody who's prepared to let a coach coach. And here's the killer. We need somebody who's prepared to run this business primarily as a football club. For me, all of the non-football stuff that goes on within the portfolio should be outsourced. Let somebody else take it over, because there are lots of people out there with market experience, and I guarantee you they would get more out of it than Levy would, because his track record in sports and entertainment is dismal. I'm actually going to do a deeper dive on Tottenham's finances when their numbers are eventually released. We've got the Deloitte numbers, we've got what's in the public domain, and then I need to marry up the third part. I'm not going to do it on here. I'll give you a summary on here, but I'll do that on my Substack. That's it for now. Good luck. Keep it Tottenham.